Guys, this is one of the coolest things. Behind me are just, I'll bet there are 25 or 30 alligators, and what we can see is the eye shines. And so these guys have sort of crystal-like structures in their eyes, and when you shine a light on them, they reflect back this real pretty orange color. So I mean, there are a ton of alligators sitting right in this hole right here, and I think I know what they're up to. I mean, they're kind of stacked up and all kind of waiting on something. Now, when we came up, we saw a great big alligator, about a 10-footer across the road right here. And there's a rather significant alligator highway here, and alligators are going back and forth. I think I know why. This is fresh water, so we're in fresh water, and right over next to us is the salt marsh. Alligators love to get into the salt marsh, feed on blue crabs and mullet and all sorts of salt marsh sorts of things to eat, but they can't stay in the salt water very long, just for a few days, because they can't handle the salt. So what they do is go into the salt marsh, feed all they can, then they slide back into the fresh water, drink a bunch, purge all that salt out of their systems, and then they're able to go back in the salt marsh again. So in the Lowcountry, we have American alligators. We don't have crocodiles. And the really great thing about American alligators is they're very reasonable. I mean, they're not like some of the saltwater crocodiles and the Nile crocodiles that are used to eating really big animals, you know, wildebeest and things like that. They don't really look at people as food. Now, that being said, you got to be careful around alligators because they're big, powerful predators. And what you don't want to do is to get too close to one. And under no circumstances should you ever feed an alligator. Because what happens if alligators are fed, they start to associate people with food, and it creates a very dangerous situation, not only for you, but for other people who live in the Lowcountry. When you think of nocturnal reptiles, one of the first things you think about is alligators. I mean, alligators are really nocturnal, and they like to feed at night. Now, you may see them basking on the bank, or you may see them swimming around during the day, especially in cooler weather. But when the temperatures get really warm, they become really nocturnal. They're excellent night hunters. They have excellent night vision, and that's when they seem to be most comfortable, is moving around when it's dark. Cool stuff. As we've seen over the past few nights, the woods really come alive after dark around here. Night is a time when animals can come out under the cloak of darkness to feed and find mates. Thanks for joining us on Coastal Kingdom.